side. Let's see what's happening.
Let's see what happens in the very first game of what could be a very, very simple evening for REZEARS if they carry on like this.
I mean, this is a good showcase right away. Speed getting beaten right there on the kickoff, and NOAHSAKI doesn't care at all. And I think that's become a bit of a trend recently, where on the cheating side of kickups, you don't care, you just go straight ahead following the trend. As I say that, the other two don't do that thing.
Yeah, and traditionally a lot of people would think of that strategy as being very risky, something that you maybe only pull out if you're losing a game and you're down and behind, but clearly a bit of confidence off the gates.
He does lose. Speed tries to get some confidence into this play. This ball going forward once again. Good hit by Speed. Goes all the way into the hands of REZEARS though. Who takes a bit of control. Good, nice little showcase of what he's capable of doing, but loses control to TXMPER, who in turn gets bumped by his teammate HYDERR. A little bit of a love tap, some would say.
A love tap just there as a touch comes down and Speed's going to, well, just traverse with all the momentum out of the corner. And he does have a bit of support in TXMPER, but no touch found as now HYDERR working through the skies. He's just trying to find a little bit of space on the other side of the pitch there.
So Speed onto the side. Back to the middle we go. HYDERR onto the side. Good hit. NOAHSAKI going up into the air, looking for a second touch, can't find it. TXMPER to the side, and a lot of demos, a lot of bumps coming out right now. A bit of physicality. Both these teams wanting to show what they're capable of doing, and the double commit coming out from REZEARS. Have to be careful, but not being punished.
And now, NOAHSAKI is just going to try and blast this one out of defense, and they've done very well to just, well, traverse the entire length of it there. Speed, a player who we know for just taking his time, is just trying to settle the possession in his team's favor.
Down. HYDERR hasn't opened at the shootout, but actually misses the shot on target. Low Speed now takes it slow to the side. HYDERR back down low. Into the middle we go once again. Speed. Be careful here. Slows it on down. Very smartly done. Wants to bait people out to come to him instead of the other way around.
Oh, and it might be actually punished here by NOAHSAKI. What on earth is going on? That was a bit close for comfort. And that was all because of an air dribble that went out of control by Speed there, and, well, a reset off the backboard almost paid dividends for this blue side. Louis P himself is going to finish this one off.
It does eventually get put into the net, but REZEARS should have been... it's a painful one, because if there was any lower, I think it actually would have been safe. That may be the worst thing out of all of it.
Yeah, and it's a 2-0 advantage now. It's huge for REZEARS, and these opportunities have really just spawned out of nowhere. 8 shots to the good now for this blue side against Bellegol's measly 1, which really hasn't been a threat so far, but surely that's not going to be the tale for the whole of the series.
I mean, 1 threat could be everything you need, maybe 2 now in a row, but still back on the back foot once again. TXMPER hitting it high past 1, but there's Low Speed, takes control. And this is something I wanted to see last time out of REZEARS that I casted him as well. A bit more control, show that bit of flair that you do have in your powers, because they were very much relying on basic plays, not really relying on their mechanical ability that they definitely do have. So it's good to see that they're doing that right now.
Yeah, REZEARS is one of those players you have to look at when it comes to that mechanical game. He's just so aggressive and quick, and is usually, well, finding opportunities like these downfield where he's trying to cherry pick something the way past defenders. And, well, now Speed has done so just here. HYDERR with a shot on target, but very well dealt with there.
Put to the middle once again. Good pass, good shot. Speed a bit too high. NOAHSAKI gets the clear, booming it all the way to the other end. HYDERR has a bit of time here, takes it a bit slower, wants to bait people out once again. Louis P. Let's get 1 hit, but not the second. Speed now in control, loses it to REZEARS, back into the corner we go once again, and Louis P. gets that other touch, and it just knocks up 1 more touch, 1 more hit. It makes it so hard to deal with.
Makes it so difficult, and that one is agonizing for that orange defender on the front post who just simply did not see this one coming.
I keep talking about 1 more hit, 1 more touch. And the second I finish that sentence, Louis P decides, you know what? No, we're not gonna hit it again. We're just gonna slow it down and not hit the ball at all. Also works if you've been doing something else, other thing the entire time.
Yeah, switching it up does sort of, well, pay off every now and again. And it seems that the high pace of this blue team is what's been so difficult for this side in Bellegol. They like to take things slow. They like to absorb that pressure, but at the moment they're simply struggling to get out of their own half.
Speed drops it down low, maybe looking for a second touch, gets it on target. Speed hits to the side. Needs to get the counter attack going kind of quickly though, because you don't want to be stuck in your own half for this long. And like you said before, they haven't really had any dangerous offensive pressure at all. As NOAHSAKI gets another shot on target. Speed puts it to the side. A miss coming out from low speed. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. You should be passing to the middle, but NOAHSAKI blocking it off once again.
Very, very important blockers. Well, 60 seconds left to play. It's a difficult thing to come back from, but if you can really just hold down that 0 goals for your opposition, it can be so, so crucial for your momentum going forwards. And speaking of exactly that, REZEARS is just going to let this one go for LUIISP and almost a 4th converted.
REZEARS one tap into the middle. TXMPER takes it a long way around. LUIISP stands ready. One tempo, a bit of a sacrifice coming out from REZEARS, just making sure that HYDERR couldn't get a touch onto it. And yet they're trying to hold on to that 0 goals for Bellegoal, which would be a lovely start, especially if you can get a 4th yourself. But NOAHSAKI cannot get past TXMPER, blocking the way off. And I mean, this ball will probably drop down quite soon because the seconds are ticking away.
Yeah, what a wild first game it's been, and I don't think by any stretch of the imagination we were expecting to see so much dominance. I think it's fair to say it's just a bit of flexing at the end there from REZEARS. They're feeling comfortable, they're feeling hot on their toes, and honestly, it's a joy to watch. Credit to them.
I don't know what Tadpole has done to those boys, changing from the last tournament I saw them to this one, but they look like a way different team right now. Way more confident, way more forward going, especially, I mean, LUIISP 7 shots on target, NOAHSAKI 5, and REZEARS, the one who has been a bit of a backbone for this team. Even he gets forward and creates opportunities. It's an entire team that's moving along with the plays. It's really nice to look at.
Yeah, and honestly, it was faultless, wasn't it? There wasn't exactly a single moment where we thought, oh, that was dangerous from them and maybe they should have been punished. It was just completely keeping Bellegoal at bay that entire, well, 5-minute stretch. And moving forwards, I think as coaches, it's quite difficult to know what to say in terms of what Bellegoal should be doing to get out of their grasp.
I think the biggest thing is that you have to be a bit more careful in throwing the ball away, because you've noticed as well probably that the second you throw it away, the second you go for that aerial hit to throw it into the air, the ball is just going to be ending up into the hands of one of the enemy players, and they are able to take control of that ball. They're able to take a good little hit and get it under their wings again. So big thing is be a bit more careful of how you hit the ball, look for one another maybe a tiny bit more, and you should be fine, but again, you have to be getting out of defense for that.
Yeah, and that's one of the almighty struggles, and I think at the moment just trying to reset their mental game might be a priority at the moment, because that's a crushing defeat. As at the moment, it's Orange Side are just waiting for the clear to come forwards. Here's TXMPER. Surely is going to be flanked by a bit of support in the middle, but it's just a wide open playing field.
I mean, that one shot they got was already better than all their chances in the last game, so improvements, you know?
Yeah, improvements, as subtle as they may look, this could actually be a much bigger chance than the one we saw a second ago from TXMPER, as long as he can 50 this one fast past the final defender. But there's this thing where sometimes in this game you really want to put the ball in the back of the net, and that forward thinking is just oh so predictable.
Definitely want to be unpredictable. LUIISP did that in the last game with his little fake, dropping it down low. Maybe Speed can do it. A man with so much experience, probably more than most people combined could get in their entire careers. But not this time around. This ball drops down in an awkward position. REZEARS though, the backbone, getting control, getting it away. Lovely little touches right there. Maybe getting into the middle as well, but Speed is a bit quicker. Goes on high into the hands of TXMPER. TXMPER wants to put NOAHSAKI, who still gets his touch. Like
a fish out of water, he was hunting just there for that bump, and although he managed it, the touch was still there from the defender because he just didn't get into the play as quick as he would like. As now TXMPER with 50 boosts to try and see this ball away, but the pressure is still pounding as REZEARS does find a bump on that last man, but didn't pay off. Speed downfield now. This could be a little bit dangerous.
Didn't no fish hunt outside of water, Psycho?
You have to jump really high.
I mean, a new fact of Psycho, fish hunt outside of the water.
And
it's something you may not know. We have flying fish now, as NOAHSAKI wants to be a flying fish himself. Can't get it into the middle though, either. Dropping it down low into the hands of REZEARS. Always someone lying in the path from REZEARS. They're always in a good spot, always ready to do something. Maybe REZEARS this time with one touch, but it's a bit too heavy.
And now Speed has a lot of control in his grasp, but he hasn't managed to see it past NOAHSAKI, importantly, and the pressure keeps on piling on. It's a double commit from the Orange side, and very little boost numbers you would imagine totaling the Orange side at the moment. HYDERR downfield, NOAHSAKI up already. Surely he's going to just try and beat this final defender in TXMPER, but well blocked there.
I could have hoped for a bit more mechanical side coming out there, but sadly nothing got blocked off too quickly. REZEARS can't get a good touch either with no boost in his tank. NOAHSAKI dropping in the middle once again. There's HYDERR, there's TXMPER. Both of them were quicker than LUIISP, who still got some 50 though, but the ball goes forward into the hands of NOAHSAKI, slowing it down. Smart little play, and that's been the difference coming out of the series. You see, whenever NOAHSAKI gets the ball, they're slowing things down into their own hands, into their own base, into REZEARS with almost the goal of the season.
Oh, that would have been tasty, but it's not quite been baked enough in the old oven. This blue side is cooking. REZEARS now with a little bit more boost to try once again what he could not do seconds ago. Where is that follow-up? LUIISP rattles his way through. He's still going, and he's still going. NOAHSAKI is there as well to just sandwich this one down from the crossbar.
I don't think people will realize how incredible this is from NOAHSAKI. He read that hit from HYDERR. The initial hit from the sidewall to go into the middle, he read that. That is impressive as can be, to not only know where the ball's going to be exactly, time it correctly, but also have that much trust in an enemy to do exactly what you want them to do.
It's just gorgeous, isn't it, this game sometimes? You just sort of know what's going to happen, and then something unexpected happens, and, well, the result at hand at the moment is oh so far from unexpected. What a save from NOAHSAKI as another shot comes forward, down now off the corner of the field, and the blue team has got away with maybe a lucky escape there.
Maybe this time around, but they still aren't out of the woods just yet. Only one goal in advantage. And this one is HYDERR now. What can he do on himself? Gets the pass one. Maybe pass another. NOAHSAKI in the path, and REZEARS hits it on high into the hands of NOAHSAKI, but gets a bit bumped. It doesn't matter. NOAHSAKI drags it along the way into the hands of REZEARS, but it's a bit wide.
A bit wide, and a nice fake from LUIISP. He's still hunting. Now NOAHSAKI over to the side. He tries to follow up with a cheeky glancing blow in field. Now there's maybe a chance to escape if only the 50-50 can come through, but it's just relentless.
Relentless pressure. And let's not forget, not a single goal coming out from Belly goals so far. They've had offensive pressure this game, but they cannot find the back of the net. Like this ball is going all the way towards the back of the net. Speed hits it away though. Good little hit right there to get it forward, but it's again into the hands of REZEARS. You know what this man can do on his flip resets. Drops it down low. Smart little play past one, but double commit coming out of Belly goal. And this ball back into the middle once again. Speed has the control, gets the flip away.
Yeah, and that little bit of control coming out of defense is what is needed at the moment for the orange side, but still, they have just thrown all their eggs in one basket, and REZEARS trying to go for another definitive moment in this game. It's now TXMPER downfield, Speed to follow through with a pinch infield. It's difficult to read, maybe one last chance for Speed. He drops it down, the 50 comes through, but the seconds are just ticking along so fast.
NOAHSAKI, that's brutal. REZEARS drops it down low, doesn't want to do anything with it. And another shutout coming out from NOAHSAKI. Beautiful play right now. And as a coach, Psych, I think you will agree, I am feeling a bit jealous of Tadpole right now.
I'm feeling envious as well, because clearly this team has transformed a lot since we've last seen them, and we haven't seen too much of them, because going back to the two previous rendezvous we had, the 13th and 12th edition, they only placed as far as the quarterfinals. They were silent comparatively to how they're playing right now. And at the moment, they are instilling so much confidence on the field. It shows that, well, they're very much capable of doing a lot better than their recent form suggests.
They're playing confident, and they're playing smart with it as well. They're not over-pressuring. They're not overly relying on a certain play, because everyone is doing their part non-stop. And the biggest reason why I'm so jealous is because you pretty much just have three mechanical wonders in your team, and all of them seemingly are listening to the rotation style that they have to follow, listening to what they have to do, and are doing it so beautifully. REZEARS a bit too high, though.
Yeah, and that mechanical prowess is not just peeling, well, one defender away from the play, it's peeling two a lot of the time, and the pressure just keeps on coming forwards. Look at Speed at the back just being hounded by bumps, as NOAHSAKI with no boost is just trying to slow the play down because he really doesn't have any other options.
So Speed gets it into the middle. There's REZEARS, can he get one more touch to it into the middle? No, not this time around. Goes for the corner. This ball into the middle. Well, this time around gets blocked by NOAHSAKI. That's what I mean. It seems like every time you try and break free from Belly goal, there's another person lying in wait.
Here is another player lying in wait, REZEARS. You can see him just taking his time. He's got the ball. He's taking it into the corner. Maybe one final touch past Speed, a bump as well, but no shot to come through, and pressure is relieved. But for how long, really?
onto the hands of LUIISP. Big booming bang coming forward. NOAHSAKI waiting for it, looking for the double. Can he find it? No, dropped down by HYDERR. Gets it away, so REZEARS wants to keep the pressure going into the hands of TXMPER, but look who's there, it's LUIISP. And again, BULLYGOL cannot find their control.
No control given whatsoever. It's just individual efforts, it seems, at the moment as well from REZEARS and pretty deep rotations. They're just sitting back, taking their time, and it's just one big train of death, it seems, at the moment.
NOAHSAKI bringing it forward once again. Look at this. This is going to TXMPER. This is what you want. This is what you need. TXMPER look for a double tap, but it's maybe a tiny bit too much to ask that against a defense that has been this solid.
Now, LUIISP has a chance to play this ball downfield, but the connection, the glancing touch was good and it was strong, but it wasn't on target, and crucially for NOAHSAKI. That's a great drop down, and it's punished immediately. The lack of that response quick enough to beat, well, such a high tempo delivered from this blue side.
He's been the brick wall, and now he's being the conductor. REZEARS just making things flow for REZEARS and giving NOAHSAKI kind of an easy goal to get it in the net. Still had to get it through the defenders, but it's not the hardest thing to do for a player like NOAHSAKI, who may be feeling quite happy right now with such a brick wall behind you.
Completely electric, I would imagine, this blue side. They are just all smiles at the moment as yet again another chance for a solo play. NOAHSAKI up all the way over to that top ceiling. REZEARS now, it's his turn to shine. He's got possession of his own over to the backboard. Who's next in the train? It's LUIISP. Here he comes, a touch infield, but finally an escape scene.
And some of the best players in Rocket League have been the ones who are able to play the ball around, get it to their teams, and make the best plays for their team. And REZEARS, a player that normally would be put into a mechanical type role, a forward type role, where it has to be an offensive pressure menace, so to say. Now he's been putting in that controller type role, and I really like what I'm seeing from him right now.
Yeah, every single player on this field, I think, is being controlling as far as we can see. Speed is a little bit awkward, and that miss could be punished. As LUIISP back through the middle, a nice demo from REZEARS. What is going to happen with this particular touch? It's not what's expected as the ball rolls very quickly into the blue half again.
That's a good hit up for HYDERR. Maybe a time for a bit of offensive pressure. NOAHSAKI with the 50 into the middle. TXMPER misses the ball, actually gets it to speed. A little control play, but there's LUIISP still blocking it off, and HYDERR slows it down. Smart little play right there, but NOAHSAKI comes him away. REZEARS into the air. Don't let this man get his split resets, because you know he's dangerous. Gets one, but gets blocked as well.
And no response found from BULLYGOL, just sitting back and waiting. They're scared of pushing forwards, even though the odds are against them. It's a 1-0 scoreline. They need to come up with something right now, and HYDERR's going to try and do that with an infield ball, but LUIISP is very, very quick to match it. Nice touch from Speed downfield, booms it past, but REZEARS has everything covered.
LUIISP blocks this one off. On to the middle once again. There's Speed taking control, slows it down, but NOAHSAKI with the block. HYDERR going high, needs Speed in assistance. But drops it down low, and NOAHSAKI just doesn't care, just goes for it, non-approved. Easily given away, and now TXMPER can't do much with zero boost in the tank.
And that's a nice dunk, and it's possible that TXMPER could play around with this situation. He's gone for a lunging bump on REZEARS as the control was not found. HYDERR one touch higher, second over to the backboard. A little unexpected, but such smart play from the defense.
Corner we go once again. Speed leaves it alone. It's LUIISP that has to go for this. HYDERR blocks it off into the hands of TXMPER. Maybe a second touch coming out. No, REZEARS hits it on high. It's into the hands of HYDERR. You have to be careful now. Last 30 seconds. And it has been favoring BULLYGOL a tiny bit more right now. As REZEARS hits it on high into the hands of TXMPER. Once again, can Speed get a touch? No, leaves it alone. LUIISP didn't care at all. Just hits it away once again.
Nice touchdown. Speed is not quite there to deliver a finishing blow, and well, there's 10 seconds left on the clock to make one last opportunity. That is a nice touchdown field. LUIISP over to the sidewall. HYDERR up. Is there going to be one last chance?
One final chance. REZEARS wants to block it off. Good little hit, smart little hit, and the perfection play from REZEARS. Not getting a single goal against them from a team that is really good at scoring a BULLYGOL. It is an impressive showcase.
It's very rare that you see a perfect sweep under pretty much any conditions in this game, where you can hold and just pin your opponents down to a 0-goal scoreline the entire time. And REZEARS, I feel like if we were to dive into the stats and we looked at sort of the possession game, the amount of time that was spent inside of the BULLYGOL half was just so crippling.
Definitely, and it felt like every time that they got onto offense, they wouldn't get out of it because their midfield was on lockdown. It felt like every single time there was someone in the correct path, in the correct place, at the correct time, and taking control as well. It is just a perfect setup to block out any enemy.
Yeah, it was a sublime performance, and moving forwards, there are some more challenging teams out there as well, not just Belligol to deal with. REZEARS could be facing the likes of Spartan Warriors or Fortnite Lego Enjoyers, a very interesting name, coming from a side of very talented players in Ray, Emil Vald and Tempo, but there are so many talents left in this competition, clashes of playstyles pretty much everywhere we look, and my question is, can they get away with a similar style of play when they come to face maybe the Spanish talents, for example, in Spartan Warriors, that high pace that could change up the play for them in this competition, Spooks?
It could change up. It's going to be a question we'll have to ask once the timing is ready, because quite honestly, Spartan Warriors is not having an easy time right now. Losing 1-2 in the series could still come back. We don't know what's going on right there, but we'll know it after the short break. We'll be right back.